Hello everyone and welcome back to another The Ace Talk show, radio style. You know what to do, just listen on in. Of course, leave a comment and thumb up if you like it to let your other friends know that you listened and you thought it was good enough to pass it on. Just make sure you leave a comment if you have any questions or comments relating this topic that others might want to know, or other questions they might have that you might be able to answer by posting. So this topic for this show is going to be about the new wilderness. Now, there is going to be a high-risk wilderness worlds, or a couple worlds or whatnot. I'm not really sure how they're going to do that, but they're going to have two different types of worlds to where basically, I don't know. We'll find out here tomorrow anyways, or today, depends on when I post this. Anyways, a few suggestions from my old days of the wilderness. Definitely with everything that we have out now, list some tips I think I should throw out there to maybe help you get ready or make you aware of what you're going to be facing out there in the wilderness. One of the tips right off the bat I'm going to start off with is going to be about your magic. Now, there's going to be a lot of people going to be using any method possible to get away. Definitely a lot of runners out there. I mean, we've seen it there in the bounty hunter worlds, we've seen it in the PvP worlds. Now, this is, of course, some of you veteran PKers out there or really good PKers out there already know this. But, make sure you have a way to teleblock them. Teleblock. It's going to be used a lot. You want to make sure you block their ability to teleport away so it leaves it up to nothing but running. So, as far as that aspect, make sure you use your regular mage. Your regular mage is going to be the best for those lower in lower in mage levels. If you do have higher mage level, I suggest you get 96 would be your key level for mage. That way you can do the spellbook swap, because you're almost always going to need that teleport block to prevent your opponent from running. Definitely if they start getting low on health, or they're running low on food, swap your spellbooks out, teleblock them, throw a vengeance on them, teleblock them, throw the vengeance on them, and you're all set to go. If they start running, well, you're already on lunar. Do your energy transfer that's level 91, and just special. I mean, I don't know whatever else I could suggest there. So lunar spells, if you got magic level 96. If you don't have magic level 96, then stick to your basic spells, because the other ones, the ancient spells, aren't going to help you. And then on top of that, you're going to, if you do use your regular spells are going to be basically, I'll have a quick picture here on the screen, is going to be your snares and stuff like that. Anything that weakens your opponent, your snares. Again, I got a picture on the screen here I'll be using to give you an idea. Any type of those type of spells are the ones you're going to be paying attention to be using on your regular spell book. Level 80, I think it is, for teleblock. Yeah. Anyways, for your prayer aspect, definitely get your Ancient Curse Prayer. Your Ancient Curse Prayer is going to be the one that saves you the most. That's if you're a higher prayer level. Other than that, stick to your basics, I guess. But yeah, Ancient Prayers are really going to save you as far as your deflect, absorbing the damage with your armor, and then deflecting and preventing damage being done to you. Of course, if you have turmoil in that, you're all set to go. So for quick tips with the wilderness, stay on your lunar spells, and make sure you have teleblock ready to be cast, and then also make sure you get your ancient curses if you're in higher spell. Now for your actual combat gear, I would probably suggest a lot of black d'hide, anything that will slow down the mage aspect as far as, you know, preventing anybody from teleblocking you. I mean, if you're Barney badass enough to go out there and just want to risk it all, means you are losing, well, you're losing basically the same thing that you'd lose before, except for there's a little bit more to it. So, I mean, yeah, I'd suggest taking d'hide out there and maybe ruin armor. Myself, I used to run out there with black dragon hide body, and then I would have ruin legs, the boots of lightness being members, and you know, just your quick hard-hitting weapons or your quick weapons, either or. You PKers out there all know what that is, or what that will work for you as. And then now you two are, yeah, you also have, which I didn't have when I was in wilderness back in the days when I did do that, was summoning. Pack-Yak, your Pack-Yak scroll for your winter storage scroll, which allows you to bank items right from your summoning creature. So, I mean, if you take your dungeoneering weapons out there, or your dungeoneering shield or armor out there, just be ready to use your Pack-Yak with your scrolls and hurry up and bank the stuff before you die if you think you're gonna die. So yeah, you know, if you have high enough summoning to use it, of course. If you don't, well, don't take that stuff out there, because it's gonna be a dog-eat-dog world out there, basically. People are gonna be coming out there with a lot of money in the game right now. There wasn't back then. There wasn't as much money back then in the game. You got the dungeoneering weapons now, the armor. You got the Karasi sword, which will really kick your butt if you're not paying attention to it. And it's going to be either bring it or don't bring it. You know, bring what you got or don't bring what you got if you're actually going to be a PKer out there. There is not going to be any BS about, oh, you're safing or whatever. That's the whole aspect of being a PKer, definitely in the old wilderness, is he who has the better food and has the most of it, basically is going to win. That, and has the better hits, has the better weapons, has the better armor, and is willing to risk that big of amount, is probably going to be the person that wins. But not always. Be surprised what a little DDS and a whip will do, or a DDS and a dragon two-hand. I mean, they're not really high-priced items. Right now, if I were to go out in the wilderness, I would probably I'd buy up some D-skirts, being they're quite cheap. Black d'hide armor. I'd use my Barrow's gloves or dragon gloves from the Recipe for Disaster quest. And boots of lightness, of course. Either that, or if you have done a lot of Slayer and you got a lot of ruined boots sitting around, or climbing boots, or whatever, something to help protect. But yeah, you want to be able to run if you need to run after the player that's running away from you. If you didn't, or since you did teleblock them or whatnot. And yeah, I'd probably take a whip. If not a whip, I'd take the DDS. It's an all-time favorite. Dragon two-hand, like I said, it's not too pricey right now, and it's good for a crush hit. It's good for a solid hit most of the time, definitely if you're high attack and strength. And yeah, that's what I'd probably run out there with. Of course, the cape, you know, either the lava cape, or, well, you're risking that, so probably a Legends cape, something you can buy back quite easily that's cheap, that gives you some stat bonus, not a basic cape. If you're a lower level trying to go after higher levels, then yeah, buy a wildy cape. I mean, or a wilderness cape anyways. that allows you to click to attack instead of having to right click attack players to kill them. So yeah, well, that's my little insight for what's coming up. And as far as, well, it'll be, like I said, either tomorrow or today as far as whenever I post this. So yeah, tell me what you think. Think if for a listen in type guide it helps you out, if you know, or if you got little comments to add that might help other players out, or even tell me what you use for a setup or what you have been trying to use. But yeah, that's about all I can suggest out there for right now. I mean, we can see how it goes from here and see what the wilderness becomes, see how wild it really gets. So, alright. Anyways, until next time, have fun and good luck.